One of the most common criticisms I am faced with is when I talk about religion is that I have to respect other people's beliefs. No. Why? Do you respect my beliefs? Just because I hold them? I don't necessarily just respect yours. Respect is something that is earned, not something that is automatically given. It's quite easy to give. It's quite easy to take away. Some things are much easier to respect than others. For example, I find it easy to respect the belief that cricket is one of the hardest or most physically enduring sports on the planet. I certainly agree. Cricket is my second favourite sport. My favourite is motorsports in general. I think that motorsports are the toughest sport in physically enduring, physically punishing sports on the planet, mainly because of the colossal G-forces. Rugby sports such as rugby union, or here in Australia, rugby league, and when people come to tackles, gridiron would be another example. When people come into tackles, people can suffer up to 10 G in the acceleration on their head, which, if you divide by mass, will give F equals ma. Just one of Newton's laws of motion, second law. It's pretty large forces on the head, but that's, a tackle, and then you recover, then you do a bit of running around, then you maybe get a 2G tackle. Tackles can be high G, but Formula 1, for example, you go through a corner, that's 5, 6, 7G. Another corner, a couple of seconds later, that's 5, 6, 7G. Formula 1 is an incredibly tough sport. There's one back there. Oops. There's one there. That's the 2010 McLaren Formula 1 car, the MP425. So, respecting other people's beliefs just because I have them, I will not be forced to respect someone's belief. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough going. I will certainly respect their right to believe, and I will stand up for their right to believe. I'll certainly respect a person's right to have their beliefs, and I'll fight to the death for their right to have that belief. And I think it was Voltaire who said, I may not respect what you believe, but I will fight for your death to have that belief, or something very similar to that. But, yeah, there's also some good quotes by Salman Rushdie, which I'll pull up in a sec because I can't remember the quote, for example. So I'm just pulling it up on TV. Sorry, on my screen. Loading. Sorry. This is very poor video making, but I'm pretty new to it, so you can expect it to be bad. Alright, the moment you declare a set of ideas to be immune from criticism, satire, derision, or contempt, freedom of thought becomes impossible. Salman Rushdie. Again, apologies for the coffee. So yeah. Why should I respect your belief? Just because you have them. I don't expect you to have respect for my belief just because I have them. If you think about my beliefs, you decide that they're respectable or not, fine. If you don't think they're respectable, tell me. Explain why. If I think you have a point, I'll consider that point. If I think you're fallacious, I'll let you know. Yeah, and I expect, and I would expect nothing less of me to do the same to you. And if I thought your belief was disrespectful, I'd tell you, or I'd explain why, and I would expect you to consider that point, and then make your decision and think about it. And yeah, because it's essentially what an open mind means. You're open to any criticism, any new information, no matter what it is, and you will consider it. That is what being open-minded is. Now, that's something which you don't see in religion all that often. It tells you that you must have faith. It tells you lean not on your own understanding. It is in the New Testament, the Bible. Can't remember. Once again, I've forgotten the exact quote. Yeah. Just doing a quick Google search. Oh no, sorry, it's Old Testament. My apologies. Proverbs 3:5. I'll get out my Bible here. So I use King James. Well, at the moment I only use King James because it's one I have. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. That's King James, so it's Shakespearean language. This is just wrong. Really? You're gonna just... Being a person of faith tells me one thing. You'll believe pretty much anything on no evidence whatsoever. That's what... So why should I respect that? If you're a person of faith, you instantly told me that you will believe absolutely anything on no evidence at all. That is what faith is, a belief without evidence. Yeah. Bye-bye.